packages. One's going to be this thing in it. This is the top, and then these are the legs. Well, this will be long and about that square. Unpack them until they look like this, but do not remove these straps because you got to keep the top held on, because in this position it would open up on you. We don't want that to happen. So leave these on and just leave the legs. We'll get to those in a minute. Okay, here are the tools that you're going to need. You'll need a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, okay, a pan to hold the screws that you're going to remove from the bottom there. I'll say that in a minute. When we get to the legs, you're going to need a 7/16 socket with an extension that's about 5 inches, and that's I'm going to get the tabletop now and place it on the assembly table. And up to this time I've left the straps on. Now we're going to remove the straps. That's why you need these guys. But don't go any farther than that. Okay, that's it. You can take these little shipping blocks off, but leave it on the foam that's on this top because we need that for assembly. Okay, first thing we're going to do is this is the bottom. There's a little hole here, and it's important to know where that is. And now we're going to remove the 4 screws, 4 brass screws. Okay, I got all of the 8 brass screws removed. They're in this little pan. I'm going to set them over here so I don't lose them and misplace them. The back will lift straight off at this point. Remember, there's a hole here and there's a little plunger that has to go over, and that's how you'll line it up when we reassemble it. Inside, you will see a package of bolts, and here they are, and they're being held down by 2 pieces of blue tape. It's okay to remove that blue tape, but there's one piece of blue tape I want to point to you should not remove. This is protecting a very special kind of a diving board that is key to the mechanical operation of the lock when the thing is opened up. Okay, you'll notice the legs are going to go in these slots right here, and they're labeled A, B, C, and D. And now I'm going to go back over, we're going to unpack the legs, and I'll tell you. Okay, the top is ready to receive the legs, so let's go back to this leg package. Just carefully, I mean, these things aren't fragile. This is the strongest white oak I could find, because basically I knew it was going to be a long table, and I didn't want any flexing going on. So this is made out of white oak. You can see there's a T-nut. This is leg B, and it has a T-nut. And these will be faced always outbound. So if you ever get confused, that's got to be on the outside, because the bolt, and here the bolts are in these bags, the bolt has a lock nut on it. And so each leg is going to get a bolt. And the thing you want to make sure you don't do is put this on the wrong side, because if you put the bolt in here, it'll just pull the T-nut out. So this has to be faced outbound, and this bolt's going to go from the inside to the leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with leg A, B. Okay, I've located leg A, and I'm going to put it in its counterpart A slot on the bottom of the table. I want to make sure the T-nut is facing to the outside, and the A and the A line up, so you just drop it right in there. And then you take the bolt and just catch it. Remember, it's got to go in quite a way before it catches the T-nut. Just wiggle it a little bit and it'll catch. And you maybe can get it most of the way, but it's going to be easier if you use the 17th socket and extension, because it gets you out of this cramped space. And a little more, see how you got more room over here? And so just wiggle it. Just wiggle it. Push down just a little bit on it, not a lot, until it's as tight as it can be. Then go 1/4 of a turn more with your ratchet. So this thing should back up. You can hear it clicking back, and then go 1/2 a turn, oh, not a quarter, 1/2 a turn more. That's it. That leg. Okay, we have all 4 legs assembled. You can just shake them a little bit. There shouldn't be any movement in them. If you feel a little movement, tighten it a little, you know, because this is solid oak. So all the major inner structures is really solid, so you can see was designed for. Now we're ready to put the bottom on. The most important thing, remove this piece of blue tape. This is a very special little finger here, and it's invulnerable to breakage once the table's assembled, but it's vulnerable at this point. Okay? Now I'm going to go get the bottom. And the key here is to make sure that this hole goes over this plunger. There's a little plunger right here, and I'll tell you what that's for later. But you got to be able to get to the plunger. That's why there's a hole in the bottom. So in the reverse order of shipping, just place it in the groove and put the 4 screws in to secure the bottom. That's it. Okay, we got the 4 legs on. We got the bottom secured. I can see the plunger. That's kind of critical here. And now this part's kind of important because the top will naturally fall open. That's why I had to leave this foam piece on. So I'm going to rotate it now. And usually if you're near the edge of a table and you've got some cloth there, that's easy. Because this weighs 31 pounds. It's not heavy. But you want to be careful to keep that foam on the top until after this position here. And then maybe have a little help and just rotate it up and remove it. Okay, there you go. As far as operating it, let's see, the little catch should be in the back, so let me move this around this way. Okay, and here's how you operate it. This is ready for your radio, Pete. You just put it right on there, and away you go. If you want to show a book, what you do is you push the little plunger up, and it's what pulls the back out of the top. And just grab it with your left hand. In one motion, it'll go back, and the foot plate will kick up automatically. It is now locked in position. Okay, it's locked. And so that's how you would display a book. If you ever want to use it at a flat table again, you come back here, you push that same plunger. Now it's pushing up a little latch back here. And Bob, maybe I'm going to show you the latch. If you want to look right here. That's strange. Okay, there's the latch. And to lift the latch up, you push the plunger up. See it coming up? And then this thing will just slide right back. Okay, cut that scene in. Now I know you type people like secrets, and you like to protect them. So I sort of built something in here for you that I think you'll probably like. When you're in the book position, not only does this little thing kick up, it comes up all the way. And even though that looks like that's screwed down, those are false dowels. And that pulls right up. And this little piece is false, and it's held on by Velcro. And you have a good sized compartment for a Walther P6 or those secret awards that you can't show anybody. And I think it's kind of cool. So I hope you enjoy it. That's it. Let me just reassemble it now and put her to bed and pack her up. Here, it goes back together. Put this piece in first. Then when you put this phony closeout panel, make sure it butts up against this walnut. There's a little step here. Make sure it goes all the way and clears these little feet right here. Push down. You're done. Fold the foot down, and then this should just go right back into place. And you're ready to go as a radio. Hope you enjoy your exotic wood display table.